Hey my Jamaican friends and family, this is Sergeant Kevin Watson, the thenoblecop. So today I want to talk to you about your rights whenever you are stopped by the police or if you are being arrested. Many persons have said to me, boy Mr. Watson, only per time the police them stop you and them just a breach your rights. We want to know what our rights are. And so that is one of my main reasons for doing this particular video. Some time ago I did a video about what to do if you are stopped by the police, but that video really addressed how to have a more pleasant encounter with the police and how to show respect to the police. And usually by showing respect and maintaining your composure and keeping calm lead to a better outcome. And so that video was really to address that, but this particular video I'm going to look at some of our rights under the Constitution when you are stopped by the police, right? So as it relates to your rights, the first thing that I want to point out to you is that under the Constitution we are all equal, no matter who you are, no matter if you're rich, whether you're poor, whether you come from uptown or downtown, you're from the ghetto, or you're from a residential rich area, whether you are in government, whether you are the Prime Minister, you are the Minister of National Security, whether you are a police officer, it doesn't matter who you are, we're all equal under the law, right? And so that means that police officers have a responsibility, they are obligated under the law to treat everyone equally. No, I know enough person are going to say, boy, Mr. Watson, that is just on paper, theory. No go so. Because we all know say police treat everybody differently. Well, even if some police officers do it, it doesn't mean that it is right. The fact is that the Constitution made it very clear that we are all equal under the law. The next thing that I want to point out to you as it relates to your right is that many persons are stopped by the police, and sometimes even your car gets searched or the police come to your house to search your house and so on. Citizen Charter of Rights outlined that the police must tell you why him stop you. He must tell you why him going to search your car, and he must have reasonable grounds to search your car. You can't just get up and search your car just so. He must have reasonable grounds, and that reasonable ground can be based on a number of different things. Probably him get a report that the car was stolen or that the car was involved in a crime, and if him stop you too, him probably observe you breach the Road Traffic Act. But if him go and search your car, then that's a whole different kettle of fish. Him have to tell you why am I going to search your car, and must have reasonable grounds to search your car. As it relates to searching your house, he must present you with a warrant. The warrant must be signed by a justice of the peace or a resident magistrate, right? And he must give you a copy of the warrant before he starts to search your place. That is your right, and the police are supposed to search your place without giving you a copy of the warrant or executing a warrant properly on you, right? Another thing is that the police can't search your place without you being present or somebody being present, whether your friend, your neighbor, or a family member who is at the house have to be present. That is your right. You have to be there to see what the police is doing. Now the police might arrest you, and if you do something wrong and the police charge you, one of your rights is that you must be cautioned. And what do I mean that you when I say you must be cautioned, right? It means that the police must advise you of your right. It must say something to you like this. You know, do you wish to say anything? You are not obliged to say anything, but whatever you say will be taken down in writing and given in evidence, right? So that is really caution. I'm advising you of your rights, telling you that you don't have to say anything, and telling you that if you say anything, if you're really going to say anything, you will write it down and you can give it in evidence, right? That is what caution means. Another thing is that when the police arrest you and lock you up, you're entitled to one phone call. The police will give you one phone call, and I would advise if you get that one phone call, call a family member and tell them where you're there, or if you want to call your attorney, right? And that leads me to the next thing. If the police arrest you or the police go and question you, you have a right to have an attorney present. When they question you, you don't have to answer any question until you have an attorney present. And another thing is that the police not supposed to keep you for more than 24 hours without charge. It kind of different if it's you have the state of emergency and so on. Then special powers are given to police or the security forces to keep you a little longer. But on normal circumstances, you're not supposed to stay in jail for more than 24 hours. So the police, under the Constitution, are obligated to uphold all the rights of citizens. And that is why we have so many policies within the JCF that really dictate how police officers ought to conduct themselves when they're interacting with citizens. We have the public interaction policy, we have the diversity policy, we have the use of force policy. The public interaction policy outlined that we should deal with civilians with respect, right, dignity. The diversity policy says that it doesn't matter a person's sexual orientation, them race, them social standing, their political alignment, all should be treated equally, right? And then the use of force policy speak to how force ought to be used. If the government or any public body breaches your right, under the Constitution, you have a right to have it addressed. And the government or that public body will be held liable in a court of law. And there are a number of authorities and organizations that you can make contact with to make a report to have redress in any matter where you find that you have been abused by the police or your rights have been breached by the police. At the end of this video, I'm going to put the numbers, the name of the organizations or the authorities and their telephone numbers for you to make contact if you need to. As per usual, I want to say thank you for taking the time out to watch this video. Like and subscribe. And if there are any other topics, any other laws that you would like me to look at in depth, you can let me know. From time to time, I will be inviting practitioners in the field, lawyers, to speak with you on the various issues and laws that we have in this country. You can always put your comment down below and tell me what you want me to talk about next. Alright, so until next time, walk good.